I heard a story about a father who desperately loved his son, even when his son begun to struggle in life and loving him was no longer considered fun. It came to light one night during a fight with his father and mother who were concerned about what he was doing with his life. They knew something wasn't right, and I guess they were right. Unless you believe your precious seed was born to smoke weed and do ice every night. Yikes. But the father wasn't having it. He knew his son was born for something better and would sacrifice it all just for him to have it. It was like this kind of love was magic. Because once the son knew the father loved him, he no longer wanted to be an addict. Or did he? Many months after being sober, the thoughts of using again started taking over. He quit resisting and began insisting for them former drug dealers to come back over. How could you? After all your father has done, his family screamed at him. And on that note, he was gone, long gone, just trying to get back at him. You would think the father would have agreed with the actions of his family, but instead, full of grief, he hit the streets searching endlessly. Many nights without sleep, he would have attentively be scanning the streets where he knew his son just had to be. He could still feel his son's heartbeat, so he had to be alive. But that hurt the father even more, knowing his son was alive, but yet so dead inside. While searching for his own, he started to notice how many others that would roam the streets alone with no place to call home. Then it hit him like a ton of bricks. Not only does his son, but there's many others who need to know what true love is. Now, would you believe no sooner than that thought finished racing in his brain, his son came running in the rain into the loving arms of his father again. But the thought still remained on the father's brain like a permanent stain. Yes, he got his son back, but how many others are still out there stuck in similar pain? Now let me tell you what God does. He aggressively pursues us to expose us to his infinite love. It's not just the homeless, the addicts, and the down and out. He reaches out to all, regardless if they're sober or living in a nice house. So to you, Christian, out there listening to the words I have to say, God saved you, but not for your convenience, but rather yet because you are his plan A. So the million-dollar question is, what good would any church be if all we did was meet up like social clubs without any focus on outreach? Because God doesn't have a plan B, doesn't have a plan